Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Bad Science Sunday, where we take a comedic approach to discrediting science misinformation on the internet. And today we have Jester. Isn't that exciting?
Woo!
Oh,
I am
wait,
here to
I
destroy
forgot
these.
to.
No.
Here you go.
There we go.
Jester, who are you?
I am an insane person that's allowed to talk on the internet sometimes.
Are you an American?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's par for the course. It's right.
Uh,
Like
We are a proud people.
I still talk to people who claim to want to move here, and I just keep asking why.
in the past month, two people like came into my office crying that they had gotten their citizenship, which is great. Yeah, you don't get to be deported, but I'm just like, where are you from? Will they accept a trade?
I I popped into uh, Dave's stream,
Hmm.
the Captive Desk, and they were talking about how AJ is celebrating getting their citizenship, and
Yeah. Oh, it's a friend of the show.
I
Ways is it Ways to Reason?
yeah, I think so. And I was not sure whether or not to say congratulations or
She's
my
very happy about it.
condolences. Uh,
I know it's weird, right? Because it's like when people tell me that they're pregnant, and I'm like, if you're happy, I'm happy. You
yeah,
know? I think it's a horrible time to bring a baby into this
uh,
country, but I mean, you seem to really want that,
I, I'm
despite the
glad you
fact
got what you
that
want.
we have like record high youth on what do you call it? Antidepressants, record high what do you call it? Young adults stating they wish they had never been born. So, but you got your baby, so go you.
Yeah, and
And
no,
it's
no
so hard to
shade
not
to
be like one of those
like,
antinatalist people, but like I feel like I have like I'm not just being a bitch about it. Like I have data. But I mean, again, if you are pregnant and you wanted that baby, if you're happy, I'm happy.
yeah. I I was talking to a coworker who was saying how she wants a baby, and I was like, I mean, I'd like a child, but like bringing them into this, and she's like, well, I wasn't given a choice, and it's like, I mean, yeah, but like, if you want to bring it into this world and expect it to believe that you love it, maybe not in this country.
Right? Can you move first? Holy shit.
Like,
I,
Wow.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and just reassure anybody who's raising children currently that you can still love them. It's fine. We're not saying you don't love your
No,
children.
yeah.
no, we're not. Just
We're
that
just saying, like, you have your opinions, I
that
have mine.
phrasing, that phrasing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I was
are yours?
like, what?
I'm not gonna go down that path.
No, my kids, okay, so for the longest time, like,
Apparently
I mean,
female.
my kids right now, I think are 23 and 29. And so,
You
when
think?
like the last 4 years when they're like, you're never having a grandbaby. And they were saying it for the perspective of I hate people. And I'm like, okay, fair, but like mean. Like, what do you mean I'm not having a grand? Like, how do you even look your mother? Like, I gave you life. Oh, right. Okay. I see where you're going there. Um,
Uh, Also, I'm 33. I'm the youngest,
oh, I know your
and
mom's
my
already,
mama
it's like, okay, you're
has
out
no
of,
grandchildren.
yeah. No, she tells you that every time you talk to her, doesn't she? No,
Look,
it's just mean.
No, not
It's
yet.
mean. And so, but then like this January they said it again, and I'm like, fair. Do not bring my grandbabies into this. We have shit to do. Um, I'm gonna need you to help with that, but I don't know that I want you bringing my grandbabies into this. So
It's a
I've
lot
backed up a
easier to
bit.
take to the streets without an infant in tow.
I'm just saying, right? It's a lot easier to like flee on foot in one of the underground railroads when you don't have a baby crying.
Yup.
Just saying.
uh,
All right, so I do
definitely
want
my
to
condolences, Sapphire Light. because your mom has lost grip on reality.
Your mom?
Uh, Sapphire Light put, I'm
Oh,
40 and my mom still hasn't given up on getting grandbabies.
oh,
I,
well, are you, if you're a woman, I'm like, well, she's going to have to, but if you're a man, I mean, Hef, I think, had a baby at like, what, 60 something.
my
So,
dad was 48 when he had me,
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
which is,
yeah, it's
20 something.
possible.
But...
Uh, Also, Tap, you are the youngest person on this panel by 2
I,
years.
I, I,
2
Creation.
years.
I'm
Oh, you're
35.
both babies.
Almost 35.
I'm normally
Toddlers.
the youngest person on the panel. Not always.
Usually.
Sometimes, but
And sometimes Leo
usually
comes
yes.
on.
Leo, Doc Dino, Grayson.
Grayson's younger than you?
Yep.
I would have thought you guys were around the same age, but yeah, okay, I can
We
see
are
that.
around the same age, but he's a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, Tapioca, I do want to know, do you like the baubles on my on my hat here?
Sure.
Do you like them?
I
They're
feel like
great.
you're asking that question because if I zoom in on them, they're going to end up being magnets. Okay, so just that is my meta expectation because I can't quite see them. Am I right?
Please say you're right.
You are actually wrong because I
Oh.
doubled the trap because I expected you to see the trap. They're actually glass baubles. You
Okay,
can see
fine.
that
Well,
they're
you know
clear
what
and
you
reflective.
so you have violated the number one or the second one like rule of strategy. Everybody knows you never invade Russia in the winter. Less commonly known is that you never go against a weasel in a game of life and death, okay? In a battle of the wits. So it's
Oh, God.
inconceivable.
I just want to acknowledge a pragmatic crystal warrior princess. Also, shout out to Look at the Trees, getting banned in the front lines of the woke mob. If you know, you know. But
I love the 5 references to my favorite movie.
wait, what did I do?
No. Tap.
Is this better, Al?
Princess Bride references.
I layered like several references to the Princess Bride in
Yep.
my answer.
Princess Bride. I would not have guessed that.
Yeah. The slightly less known is never challenge a Sicilian in a game of. I can't remember the exact quote, and then I also said inconceivable to just reinforce it.
Yeah,
sure.
It doesn't matter. We'll move on.
Oh, it's Ways to Human. God,
I
don't know why I said Ways to Reason. It's Ways to Human. And I'm an idiot. But AJ, yeah, friend of the show. Everybody sub to AJ. She's amazing. And she's an American. So welcome to the fold. Let's see how long we all last.
Yes.
What do we got here?
We have the fake moon Draconian Soul Trap. That is the title of today's video, and it is by our very good friend / lolcow Bedell 1014. Didn't even remember that he had numbers after his name. But we got Bedell, and Bedell has a cool 80,600 subscribers.
He's god damn.
I would have expected more, frankly.
I think, was he 30 or 40? I don't know. I think when we started showcasing him, he was at 30 or 40. Now he's up to 80. And
right,
ladies, he's still single.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. So this video though from two years ago, which is also tagged Billy Carson, Gaia, and Woke. That's never a good sign, chat. Okay.
Oh God, no.
Has 39,000 views. So we're gonna watch this
39,000
video
views.
about the Draconian Soul Trap. You sent it to me, skipped ahead to like when his intro, so I'm gonna start there. Okay.
Yeah, not his intro, like because that's again not the song, but like go to where he starts talking. Let's get past the song.
sadly, I don't think that we can attribute ability to get women to left or right, seeing as
No,
Elon
no, no,
Musk
no.
is on his fifth wife with
I don't.
Trump.
I don't know if he's a right winger. Actually,
I,
I don't know.
No,
I honest to God don't know. So I'm not
well, or
attributing it.
intelligence, but
Yeah, just straight intelligence. He's got to be like
you know,
room temperature. Honestly.
again, Elon is on his like fifth or sixth wife with Donald.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I don't know which one President Trump is, but he's one of those wives.
But yeah, speaking of left or right, I would just I don't know who needs to hear this, but Black people are not a monolith. I'm going to denounce everything that Bedell is saying here today, and no other Black person speaks for me. Sometimes I will co-sign what another Black person says, but you need to ask me before sending that. So we're just gonna go.
there we go. Thank you for vamping there. I had to.
Today we're going to be exposing the hidden dynamics of the moon.
Hold on. I do not have him sped up, chat.
Oh,
guys
yeah.
remember?
You know what? Yeah, I did
I
say
don't.
always forevermore speed up. And you know what? If you do not want to do that with him, I agree with that decision.
See, thank you. I just want to remind people of the person, it wasn't was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago when I said that.
Well, yeah, no, but yeah, because you were like, you got to speed this person up. You got to get them up to at least 1.5. And then we opened it and that already had them at 1.5.
That was great. That was great.
Oh, but yeah, no, Bedell is not going to give us that problem, right?
Right.
I gotta say that glow in the dark looking
Right? I love it.
thing, like
yeah.
I wouldn't want it in my
but...
room, but if I had a den, I would definitely want it in the den.
No, I like everybody's lighting better than mine. I'm going to get a new camera. It's supposed to come tomorrow. But...
Do you like my lighting better than yours?
Okay, touche.
Yeah.
But I got to work something out here. Let's go.
Moon. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell.
Actually do it, because the channel you're on, you should totally do that.
Yeah, for this channel, 100%.
Yeah.
Basically an optical instrument, a draconian mothership, an artificial celestial megastructure that is being used as a frequency modification, weather modification, direct energy weapon that controls everything in the third dimension that's galvanized by people, places, and possessions.
I love you, chat.
Okay, that's like 8 bingo squares, I'm pretty sure.
Uh,
I don't know what he said.
So what he's so
Neither
yeah,
is he,
what
for
happened
one.
was so the moon.
Oh,
see,
I
the
gotta put on
moon
those
is
captions.
basically an optical instrument of draconian mothership, an artificially celestial megastructure that is being used as a frequency modification, weather modification, direct energy weapon that controls everything in the third dimension, that's galvanized by people, places, and possessions.
And then I think that was where
really simple.
Finally there was a full stop. The captions did not pick up on the full stop, but I think there was one there.
And the moon is off that controls everything in the third dimension that's galvanized by people, places, and possessions. And the moon is also a quantum satellite.
It's a quantum satellite.
It's not a quantum satellite.
What's a quantum satellite? Is that a thing?
In the sense that everything is quantum, because the laws of quantum mechanics are the laws of physics, then any satellite is a quantum No, he's not right, Maya. You have taught me that I cannot give them these technicalities when they don't fucking deserve it.
Yeah, Katina I'm sorry, has a really good question. Why?
I don't know. You chose the video? I don't even know what my voice did there. Jester, help me.
Oh, yeah. Explain quantum satellites,
Uh,
Jester. Now, snap.
I recognize that there are terms that mean things in other sentences in that sentence, but There are so many of them, and I am not a scientist. I'm a high school dropout with a GED.
Woo! Hey, way to get that GED.
Yep,
Like, hey, Jester's no quitter.
correct.
I
If I
am.
was
I
a
quit.
quitter, I would backslide from being insane.
No, I'm quitting. Maya can't do the show anymore. I can't do it.
But no, it's not an option.
Okay.
That is being used as a usurpation process to harvest souls for the perpetual state of reincarnation, which is
What do you mean it's not an option?
Okay, so right, I forgot to preface all this. Okay, so guys, look, I was in Bree's chat yesterday, and she was talking about something, and I was like, wait, you forgot to mention the soul harvester on the dark side of the moon. And everybody looked at me side-eyed like I was making shit up. So I'm like, oh, right. We haven't covered this. So we have to cover this. So we are in okay, you have a soul. Let's start there.
Could have fooled
And
me.
yeah. So, and when you die, your soul goes to the soul. Oh, fuck. I forget what they call it. But there's like a soul harvester or a
Is it the
regenerator.
Soul Cairn?
No, it's like a regenerator. It's like a soul regenerator. Like your
Man.
soul gets recycled. Oh, I think that's another word for it. Soul recycler. On the dark side of the moon. Now, and then once you like, I don't know, die and then you get recycled and you go back into a baby and you start the whole thing over again. Now, the reptilians, wink, wink, Jews need this so that they can feed. You know, it's kind of like a Matrix thing, you know, but instead of bodies, what do they do in the Matrix? Do they like pump the bodies for electricity or something?
Yeah, they're batteries. They're
Batteries,
like
yeah.
power generators.
Yeah. So
Which is nonsense.
I actually did go and I had to watch a couple of videos because trying to read, like scientists just don't do peer reviewed studies on this shit. But I think I do get why that is completely stupid. And a human battery, a human battery or using a human body for a battery would just be nonsense. Like it takes too much more energy than it would generate is what I was getting from it. However, well, I'm sorry, Jester. I am going to let you talk though. I just want to start explaining for the audience why they have souls and why the reptilians, which are definitely not the Jews, need us to regenerate our souls so that we can be mad and so that they can feed off of our negative energy. Now you can talk.
Listen, woo paddlers, we need to talk about branding, okay? Like, I'm not Jester ER, I'm Jester RE. I'm the Lord of Fools and Shenaniganery. You know, it sounds fun. People want to know more.
Yeah.
And then you don't give them it. You don't fill them in. You give them little tidbits and drops. You don't give them the whole thing.
That's why I have a cult.
You use better terms. Instead of soul harvester, you go with a soul cairn because nobody knows what that is and it sounds fun and interesting.
It sounds like a level in Skyrim.
Exactly. Which it totally for legal purposes is not.
The Soul Cairn absolutely is not an actual level in the game Skyrim. That is way too large and tedious.
No, it's definitely not.
Anyway,
Nobody is having flashbacks right now at all.
Certainly not this guy. All right. Well,
that's why everyone should totally hit that like button.
Yep, and because we have this guy harvesting souls for the perpetual state of reincarnation, which
He's explaining to us the mechanism and the science of it. Because there's a science to soul harvesting. So Badel's going to explain all that to us.
No, he's not, Maya. Stop lying.
It's not a divine concept. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get straight to it.
I'm not going to lie.
The science.
I thought it was funny here how he said, we gonna get, and then he corrected himself and said, we finna get. Like, he went back and was like, oh, I have to... I thought it was funny.
Not a divine concept. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we finna get straight to it. We are about to get straight to it. Now,
you've said that 3 times. That's already not straight to it.
Well, apparently the third time's the charm, or maybe you have to invoke it by saying it 3 times.
Okay.
I want to know what the start of this word is. Is it
it looks like mysteries.
Mysteries, yeah.
Is it mysteries? Is it
I think
masteries?
It's divine mysteries.
It's Yakub!
Understand.
Big head.
Yeah, look.
Everything intuitive.
Oh my god, it is Yakub. Yeah, no, right there.
Hi, Yakub. And it's good to see you. Listen, about that money I owe.
All right, chat. So we had like a solid 45-minute conversation about this before the show. Maya and I have no position on the large financial debt that Jester may or may not currently owe Yakub.
Well, you have to understand ancient artifacts. You have to understand historical records. You have to understand ontological evidence that supports.
I got to understand all that.
What is ontological evidence? What does ontological mean? Does it mean like referring to oneself?
Ontological.
Yeah, but he didn't. He said ontological.
He doesn't pronounce anything correctly to the best of my recollection.
Right?
Oh, look, there's that.
He does pronounce that right.
Statement.
Got a lot of practice with it.
Ontological is a word that describes itself.
Okay.
Polysyllabic.
It's the claim that the moon is actually a artificial celestial megastructure, right? So what happened to the original moon?
Quick. Dr. Hibb, he has a grandbaby coming in 2 months. We're all very excited. But also, Dr. Hibb hit 20K subs. We're really, and so he's really excited about that. So he's big step back soon.
I just want to remind the chat, well, I hope we have it set up, but to please hit that bingo link, because Al's life lacks meaning without it. he said so himself in the chat.
Everybody. So I have if you're not on your phone, we do have the bingo thing.
We already had hold on, Al, you missed one of the words. They already called instrument of draconian mothership.
Oh yeah, that was I think the first minute.
Definitely they came up.
That came up.
That's also not true though, Hal. Your purpose in life is to send me cool trucks. Okay.
That was at minute 141.
Maya's on top of this shit.
Well, no, I have to follow along because I don't always know what he's saying. Sometimes it helps to see it, but yeah, it's hit or miss.
Did we also get base on the backside of the moon?
I don't think. No, not yet. That's coming up.
Okay.
The original moon that we had in our solar system about 76 trillion years ago.
76 trillion.
All right, so this is how you know that he is a Yakubian. Well, I mean, other than him having a picture of Yakub in the background of the last frame. He's a Moorish American, which is like a BHI or, all this other shit. So if you missed the YouTube stream, go over there, watch it from start to finish, leave a like. But yeah, this is
Leave a super
all
thanks.
within. This is all within that. Um, what are they? The Marvel. What do they have? Those metaverses or whatever. So the Yakubian
Multiverse.
multiverse. Yeah,
It's like a cinematic universe.
yeah. But like for Yakub, this one
Yeah.
in this one, Yakub exists. I mean, he thinks he's living in it, but he's stupid.
Shouldn't it be the MCMU now?
What was that? MCMU?
I mean, it's
Marvel Cinematic Marvel.
it should be MCM because it's Marvel Cinematic Multiverse now.
So physicists don't
universe.
like to think about it because it makes our life lose all meaning.
I am pro torturing myself when it comes to things. I like to discuss the things in the original trilogy of Star Wars that are trash and make it a dumpster fire. I think it's funny.
Fair, as long as you don't bring up magnets.
It broke off when you're looking at this illustration right here of the Holy Tablets. It shows the moon breaking off from planet Earth because...
Is that what it shows? I see Saturn.
Well, okay,
and that,
so remember in the Yakub universe, there are trillions of years, and in one of those, the Earth broke in half, and one of those halves remained the Earth that we are living on, and the other half is the moon.
Yeah, to be clear,
because the moon is half the size of the Earth, that's how you know it's true.
Right, mathematically, that's totally works.
To be clear, if that happened, everybody on that thing would be dead.
Because the moon and Earth worked in symbiotic connection. So that is how you get your allegory of how Satan separated the intergalactic waters from the third dimension.
He has no idea what an allegory is.
That's not what an allegory. I am a physicist, okay? I am not the person that you should be asking to describe an allegory. But my understanding vaguely of what an allegory is it is essentially like a complex, multifaceted literary metaphor in some sense. It's when you're drawing parallels between ideas in a literary sense that's sort of symbolic. Vaguely. I'm sure that's wrong in a lot of ways, but it's a lot better than the way he fucking used it.
Allegory. Wait, really quick. Allegory from dictionary.com. A story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. I'm sorry,
listen,
Justin, go ahead.
If you want a good allegorical story that's also going to be comedic to you, Pilgrim's Progress is actually a pretty decent allegory of a Christian's life from their internal idea. And Maya disconnected from this because of...
I mean, it was probably her internet connection was like, I can't deal with this shit anymore.
Yep.
But she's back now.
I
like
I don't even know that it was the internet. Like my browser just went black, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah,
but I'm back. Let's go.
To where now you breathe in oxidation, which starts to age.
You don't breathe in oxidation. You breathe in Jesus Christ.
Aging process, right? So
no, wrong.
When the moon broke off, right?
Why is he like this? When the moon broke off, right? No, like we are not agreeing with you on this.
So I'm still caught up. So, okay, the moon is an artificially built structure that has a base on the far side of it. Also, a quantum satellite.
Satellite.
If the whole thing is artificial, why is the base only on the far side? Shouldn't the whole thing be a base?
That's no moon. It's a space station.
Right.
There we go.
As you know, the moon, as you know it today, is in a latter state. It was once part of an
What does that mean?
enormous planet called Tiamat.
It was never called a part of an enormous planet called Tiamat. The closest that you could possibly get to that is that the most widely accepted model for how the moon came to be involves a collision between the Earth and a planet roughly the size of Mars called Theia. And so Earth was smaller than it is now because, you know, the moon is smaller than Mars, and this planet like basically grazed the Earth, and I mean, maybe grazed is a little bit loose, but basically this planet almost the size of Mars kind of hit the Earth, but not dead on, because it was, you know, an orbital thing where they eventually collided, and most of that got just absorbed into the molten, churning mass that is the Earth, because this happened really early in the universe, in the solar system's history, like 4 point whatever billion years ago. And a chunk of that, though, did sort of separate from the Earth and orbit around it, and that chunk solidified into the moon. But it was not named Tiamat, it was named Theia. I named my first, like, awesome bong that I bought, I named it Theia. And I named it that because I was like, this thing hits you like Theia. And I thought that was very clever. Which, your mileage may vary.
24 billion years ago. And it broke off 11 billion years ago before it belonged to...
Okay, nothing was happening 24 billion years ago, as far as we know, because the universe is not that old. You're muted.
Sorry, so it's 24 billion years ago. I think they believe it's like a trillion or a couple trillion years old. So yeah, 24 billion years ago, everything was off and popping.
Isn't it like 76 trillion? Is that what it is?
I forget.
I feel like the number 76 comes up a lot, and like, to me,
sure, why not?
That feels like smuggled in, like, nationalism on some level. I'm just saying, you know, I
will give you that. It is black. Oh God, racism. So why not?
A greater planet called Tiamat, which is basically the same thing. So the moon the moon, when it broke off, that's what created the Milky Way galaxy.
What?
Oh.
No!
Wow.
It created a whole galaxy?
That was a big ass moon.
That's a big ass moon.
Guys, the Earth is a lot bigger than I thought, because if the rest of it, if half of it broke away and created the Milky Way galaxy.
Like,
that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. What happened to the other half?
Earth
because like we definitely don't have
right
half a galaxy.
It would be a black hole if we did. Like, it would be like any random person that knows vaguely what a black hole is would be like, wait, if you had half of the galaxy's mass inside the Earth, wouldn't that just be a black hole? Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. You don't need to know the formula for any of these things. I don't remember them off the top of my head to be totally fucking right.
We just wouldn't be here. Period. Point blank. Like, this is not a possibility.
Except for Satan.
Listen, everyone, my continuous issue when playing Dungeons and Dragons is that I'm bad at math. You can be right without being good at math. You just have to think.
Yep.
Which is also in alignment with the Grand Canyon, because
wait. What's in
heard. I have never. I watched
Never
this
mind,
part of the
I don't wanna
video.
know.
I genuinely did. I watched every part up until like minute 11 or something. I
don't
do
wanna
not
know.
remember this part of the video, Maya.
I
I
don't-
think
So
I don't want to know.
Tiamat, which is basically the same thing. So the moon that you,
oh god.
the moon when it broke off, that's
The-
what's created the Milky
the
Way galaxy, which is
Milky
also
Way
in alignment with the Grand Canyon.
is in alignment.
The
with
Milky
the
Way
Grand-
is in alignment with the Grand Canyon.
I
How the fuck would you know that?
no.
What does
How
it
would
mean?
that be possible?
What does it mean?
How would that?
That's the first question is what does that mean? If we know what they mean by that, then we can think about some of the other things. What does
I'm
it
pretty
mean?
sure he thinks the
I-
Milky Way is a lot narrower than it actually is. I mean, it's just not even fucking possible.
Listen,
Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm trying to steelman this, and I'm like,
I can
there's
do
no logical way to do it.
Listen, I've been
Well,
to the
no,
Grand
not
Canyon.
Uh-huh.
Not even a few years ago, I was at the Grand Canyon, and the Grand Canyon is not in alignment with the Grand Canyon. Okay,
Right.
The Grand Canyon
it's all
is
squiggly.
kind of it's you know what is that? The Mississippi running through it, which is famously
Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Colorado, which is famously not a very straight river. Like it's pretty windy. Nothing is in alignment with the Grand Canyon. It's just not. It's not possible. That doesn't mean.
Yup. I mean, it's a.
I mean, and you know, if you weren't a fucking idiot, it would just. I mean, and the thing is, like, why I'm calling him an idiot here isn't just to be mean. You can Google Maps this. He has a computer. Why do you think this? It makes no sense. There's no way to steelman this.
Words have.
That was the inception point of how.
That you remember that time that we talked about that one guy with the greater. It was like 2 years ago, and he had the greater Earth, and he would just like take cities and shrink them down to a crater or crater Earth. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, he would take cities and would shake, put them down, like, and then like, oh, see, this would fit in this crater, and this would fit in this crater, like that. That's what you do, like when you're trying to act like you're smarter than you are. Like he's not even trying.
No. You know what? What you just said reminded me. That was an attempt at doing either concave Earth, but I feel like it might have actually bled into the hollow Earth people. And we've mentioned this multiple times. The hollow Earth people are weird because a lot of them are really good at video editing, like at a level that is impressive. Like they're able to give visuals where you're like, wow, you're accounting for all sorts of refraction and everything. And like you actually have the model makes no goddamn sense, none at all. But like this is impressive. Like if you built the engine to a video game, it would work pretty awesomely.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, what do you call it? We haven't done Hollow Moon yet, but
I feel like
this is kind of Hollow Moon because, like, for the moon to be a soul catcher, it has to be a spaceship, which would mean the moon is hollow. Yeah, but we haven't done a proper Hollow Moon.
Is the Death Star hollow? I wouldn't say it's hollow. Like it has a lot of decks and everything, and goes down. And like, yes,
I'm
there's
not
a
a
big
proper
open
nerd
area
for this conversation. Chat,
that can be like,
is the Death Star hollow?
No. It's definitely not. Well, it's the very center of it is supposed to be hollow because of the tube running through it.
It's honeycomb.
Or the giant super beam. But
But it's a
There's
space
also
station. Like, there's decks and everything.
yeah, it's also supposed to have a gravitational force enough that people can use it as a ship. Like,
Well, yeah, but maybe on the outside they can use that, but definitely, like the Millennium Falcon has a gravitational force, right? Like they never
Well-
really mention where it comes from, but it's probably just technology they have.
well,
So-
I'm saying like it has been meant. Well, okay, this could. Sorry, I'm from Legends material. So they have mentioned that there's not that they don't have to use the deck
Okay.
plating that whatever it's called, I forget, but yeah.
All right.
All right.
When
So
the
for
moon
wait.
broke off
Sorry.
due to the extraction.
Why are you not stopping? Sorry.
For $5, Left-Handed Jedi says, "Evening, Padawans. Evening, Jedi." And then also, I can't
Perfectly
find
timed,
it.
Maya.
Yeah, that was like half an hour ago.
I know,
Also,
but-
around the same time, I lost the thing because like when I had everything, and then everything went dark, and I was trying to find it again, and blah, blah, blah. We'll get it on the stream.
ADHD.
Don Giovanni, Emir of Hacken? I don't know. Has been a cultist for 8 months, and we really appreciate you.
He's a cult.
Hakeem? Was it Hakeem?
Hacan? I don't know.
Yeah, that
Haken.
sounds like Hakeem.
It sounds like Haken.
Haken? Yeah, sure.
fucking know.
We'll go with that. I'm sure I'm wrong. Please feel free to like tell me I'm wrong and correct my pronunciation. But
when you do, #blame Jester. Yep.
But we're so glad you're here. Please continue to enjoy your tactical weasels, your nitties and vaginas.
Action of plutonium bombs, if that's when the black sun from planet Nibiru projected inside the planet where the Grand Canyon is at today. So that's where you get
That's where the black sun
Welcome
from
back,
planet Nibiru.
Welcome back. You
Okay.
weren't gone long enough.
projected inside the planet where the Grand
Black sun from the planet Nibiru projecting inside a planet
Canyon
where
is at today.
the Grand Canyon is at today. So when he says a planet, he means Earth. So we have I don't know, but somebody there's a black sun that's projecting, okay? And I'm not black, and Maya, you're black, but you're not anybody's son. So I think that's his fault. I think
Yeah, no,
is
he's
he
stupid.
projecting? Is he
Kaden wants to
projecting?
know if we can talk about SDF1 Macross. What does that mean?
I literally have no idea, genuinely.
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I said too. Yeah, Kaden, you're gonna be. Maybe we can. I don't know. You have to clear that up for us.
Well,
But
he might be talking about Dune apparently, but I've only read the first book, so I don't.
I
only once.
have not duned ever, so sorry. But about this, like that makes no sense. Like I don't even know what to do with that. Where are we at? Okay, so 353.
So that's
So the inception point of how when the moon broke off to the extraction of plutonium bombs, and that's when the black sun from the planet Nibiru projecting inside a planet where the Grand Canyon is today.
That does not parse. It literally makes no sense.
No, I'm there with you.
What does it have to do with plutonium bombs? What does it have to do with projecting? If you could explain what it had to do with projecting, I could probably figure out how to make that work with the Grand Canyon stuff, because projection is like a geometrical term, and the Grand Canyon... I'm trying way too hard. You don't deserve it. I'm pressing play.
where you get your whole concept of hollow earth and the black
You were right, Maya.
sun. So when the moon broke off, right, that is what created the Milky Way galaxy
It's not.
that we have in our solar system.
That's not in the
No, Kip,
The
they do not
Milky
mean
Way is not in the solar system. It is
solar
observable from the solar system, but
I
it is not
mean,
in...
I guess insofar that the solar system is in the Milky Way, I
No,
mean,
okay, yeah, but that's like saying that I am inside this room, therefore the room is inside of me. That's dumb and wrong and bad and dumb and wrong.
I mean, you are part of the room, so like, insofar as you are part of the room, I guess you
No,
are.
those are not reflexive relations. Reflexivity, for like an operation or comparison or something between two objects.
Mm-hmm,
If you have thing A and thing B, and then you
mm-hmm,
have relationship C, if
mm-hmm,
relationship C is reflexive, then that means A relates to B in the way of a C, and B relates to A in the way of C.
mm-hmm,
And when you're talking about containing the other thing, you do
mm-hmm.
not have that. If you are a room and you contain all of A contains all of B, B does not necessarily contain all of A. That's not how it works.
But B is part of A.
Yeah, B is part of A. That
I
does
don't know.
not
Like, I'm
mean A
thinking
is
of a
part
Venn
of B.
diagram.
Yeah,
Maybe I need to think about it differently.
yeah, you can
Okay,
think about
okay.
it as a Venn
Here,
diagram,
here,
but
here. Hold
Okay.
on. I when you make spaghetti,
Mm-hmm.
the meatballs are part of the spaghetti dish,
Sure.
but the spaghetti dish is not part of the meatball.
Well, kind of. It's like,
When
okay,
you make
have
salad, the crouton is not,
why not? Like,
or
if somebody, if I have a crouton in my mouth and somebody's like, "What are you eating?" I would say I'm eating a salad.
uh-huh, yeah,
yeah,
but
but
you,
A
Uh,
contains B.
but
contains B. So you
B
can say
does not
that. Okay.
contain
So
A.
what I'm thinking is like, God, I'm
Are
open to
you?
being wrong here. I'm not trying to die on this hole, but like, what I'm saying is like, it's a part of it. So like, if somebody was
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
take the I'm sorry, were to take the solar system and say, hey, I have part of the Milky Way, like that
Mhm.
wouldn't be wrong.
No, that would not be wrong.
okay,
He did not say part of the Milky Way. He said the Milky Way.
yeah, like, so basically, uh, with your salad analogy, you can pull a crouton off the top of it and say, I'm eating my salad,
Mm-hmm.
but you cannot take some of the lettuce out and say, I'm eating a crouton.
Oh no.
Be, but,
Yeah,
and
no,
he's
yeah, that's not what
saying,
I'm arguing.
yeah, but that's what he said, essentially.
I don't think so.
The-
But
Oh,
really, I paid $5 to hear me read this. The Milky Way is inside the solar system, and the universe is inside me.
part of it is, I guess,
uh,
which is what my point is.
well,
Yeah,
this is
that's.
true
I mean,
because
and
you
I
are
don't
a
know if he's
universal
saying that.
turtle.
I don't know if he's saying
No,
that facetiously or not. But I
it's
mean,
just
No.
normally, Maya, I'm the
yeah,
one
it's
that's
not.
giving the grace here.
I know. I'm like, it's not. I mean, yeah, like it's not. We wouldn't describe it as such, but it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not,
I
and
mean,
like I said, I'm not trying to die on this hill, but like
uh,
I'm trying to still man it because like I don't know how to have a conversation with something that you can't make sense out of. So I'm
yeah,
just like, okay, if I were to even grant him this, he's still wrong because like we need to be able to like have a conversation with the chat because like if ostensibly he or other people might come through and be like, well, you're just straw manning him and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, no. Even if I give him the most amount of grace, he's still wrong, right? Is it just
yes.
me?
Oh, I can work with that. Yeah.
But
So this is an
the
illustration
weasel easel has
of
come
the
up
moon.
again, and we need to do the weasel easel.
I know. What the fuck? You put the easel away.
Uh,
It's probably gone off to either take a shit or get more wine.
Breaking
we'll,
off
we'll talk
from
about the
planet Earth.
weasel easel after or later. Hit me up on Discord tomorrow. We'll figure something out.
All right.
because the planet Earth was split in half due to the extraction of plutonium bombs. So in order to understand everything I'm telling you, you got to understand the creation story of what happened to the original moon before this artificial.
Real quick, before he goes into this like BHI bullshit, I did pull up the thing for Caden. So Caden's talking about SDF-1 Macross. It is the titular ship of Super Dimension Fortress Macross television series. It's manga adaptation, Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Do You Remember Love? And Macross Plus movies, the Super Dimension Fortress Macross Flashback 2012 and Macross Plus OVAs. It is a Macross class Super Dimension Fortress, the first of many in the Macross timeline.
Is this Sailor Moon thing?
Why do you keep asking me shit I don't know the answer to?
Yeah. Maybe. Hold on.
This sounds interesting. Sure.
Does it?
I'm
sorry. I love you, Caden. I'm trying to
like,
keep up, but I'm not into anime, and my kids are. And they keep trying to get me into it, but it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, I'm also woefully uninformed. I apologize, Caden.
But we love you.
Apollo Center. This satellite was brought into our solar system by draconian reptilians, or the Chitauri, is what you call in the Zulu mythology. So,
Maya.
Mm-hmm.
What does Chitahari mean? Have you ever heard that term before?
Can I hear it again?
We was to our solar system by draconian reptilians, or the Chitahari, is what you call in the Zulu mythology.
And also the Zulu mythology was my other question.
Yeah, oh God. This is taking me way back. Zulu mythology is African.
Chitauri. It's the Chitauri. The snake people from South Africa. Yeah, okay. It's,
Yeah, because he added a syllable. He said Chitahari, I think, right?
He definitely.
Or the Chitahari.
Yeah.
I added Zulu, and it gave me,
he said
like that. Yeah, that takes me back because I haven't really looked into the Zulu mythology since high school. But I'm looking over it now. I don't see anything that can be pronounced that way. But again, he's not in our universe, right?
I like mythology, but African mythology is something else.
It is. It's awesome.
It's awesome, and I don't know what to do with it a lot of times because the stories just kind of like exist. I especially love Anasazi stories, though. Mm-hmm. Anasazi is based.
Yeah. I used to look into it a lot in high school, and what do you call it? I like I forget her name. She was an African sun goddess. She was badass. But I'm sorry.
What you call it?
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
The Zulu mythology. So this is the planet Tiamat, which is planet Earth or planet Kai.
So we're like all the way out of Zulu mythology with India. Tiamat.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's Indian, right?
No, it's Mesopotamian. No? I'm pretty Tiamat.
Okay,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mesopotamian.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Tiamat is a Mesopotamian, and Tiamat in Mesopotamian mythology is a primordial goddess of the salt sea and a figure of. Actually, oh God, you should have seen. So Dr. Kip was on Godless Granny channel last night talking about I think Tiamat. She was a primordial water goddess, and she got tired of people. The other gods talking. They were too loud, and so she created demons or beasts or something to kill them all. And then was it Marduk? I think. Dr. Kip, help me out. Wake up. Came in and slew Tiamat, and the top of her was the dome, and the bottom of her he used to form the earth. So he's going to fuck this up. But that is what Dr. Kip said on Godless Granny's channel last night. So I'm going to trust him.
I feel like a ton of mothers would side with Tiamat on this.
Oh, see, yeah, Dr. Kip
Just-
says
just
I'm
shut up.
doing great for a layperson. if I were not a layperson, he'd be very what what do you call it? Disappointed. Yes, that. But I am a layperson and regurgitating something I was barely listening to. I was driving, so I was definitely focused more on the driving, but I did listen, and I think for multitasking, I did great. So
And
thank you,
I
Dr. Kip.
was sadly too busy listening to Jerry admit to everything.
There's nothing more important than listening to Dr. Kip on Godless Granny's channel. You should do that. Listen to it, start from finish, and leave a like. God damn.
This is
Chester,
true.
like you're
Especially Godless Gran. Like, it's Granny and Dr. Kip Davis, and I haven't watched it yet.
oh my
I should
God. And I
quit
want to
this
thank
stream,
Skeptic
don't you?
Haven. Wait, Skeptic Haven, I want to thank you for coming in here.
Ooh,
Everybody,
that's gonna be a fun one.
if you are not subbed to Skeptic Haven, please like and subscribe. If one of the mods could put a link to Skeptic Haven in the chat, we have 40 viewers before they came in. I want all of you, if you're not subbed, run over here, hit the sub, and then watch all their videos start to finish. Leave like, comment, share. Jay and I are on Black Free Thinkers. Usually on Mondays, we're doing something a little different tomorrow. We'll talk about that, but I can't really. Definitely a friend of the show, but hasn't been on the show. All right. So, Skeptic Haven, for those of you who are just now showing, we are talking tonight. So, I was on Bree's channel yesterday, and I realized that I hadn't properly told everybody about the soul regenerator that is on the dark side of the moon. So, our good friend Bedell is explaining that to us tonight. Please feel free to stay, like, subscribe. Let's go.
Breaking away from the moon called Shesky. That was the original moon that we named our moon, was called Shesky.
Okay, so remember that he's talking about the Yakub mythology, where there was an original thing that all of the people, Yakubian people, whatever the black scientists were, I can't remember the names, they existed. They blew up the planet. There were 12 tribes. One tribe remained after the blowing up of the moon.
And half of it was there, right?
Yeah, well, the half of it was the Milky Way. Half of it became the moon and the Earth. Yeah, and so part of it at least became the moon, and then the Earth, because
well, but then the half that was the moon became the Milky Way galaxy.
Well, apparently that and this is really interesting because in the Yakubian metaverse, I don't know, universe, there was a planet that broke in half. Half of it was the Earth, half of it was the moon. That is in oh God, it's BHI, but it's also the Israelites, the Nation of Islam. God, that's what they believe, is that half of the original planet that he's talking about with whatever the name is he's calling it. I don't remember all the things exactly because I've never been a Nation of Islam, but we did do a video on it, and that's what I'm like trying to get anybody who did watch it to recall, that planet broke up and half became the Earth, half became the moon, which because half of the Earth, that moon is half the size of the Earth,
totally the same size,
totally the same size. But now Bedell is
Where
saying
they go?
because of whatever reason, the spaceship here hit the planet. Half of it became the Milky Way, and I'm pretty sure that he has no fucking idea how big the Milky Way is. And then the other half, I don't know. We get Earth Moon or something. I don't know if the moon is part of the Milky Way half. Maybe we can let him talk and see if it. But I don't think he's going to square that circle because, again, remember, he's stupid.
I feel like we need a quick PSA though. Somebody in the chat asked if this was African mythology.
No, it is not. It is. I mean, so far as the Nation of Islam is African American, but the Africans, to my knowledge, are not part of this. Most of the Africans that come over here are Christian.
This sounds accurate to me as somebody who was part of when the Liberians were coming over in droves.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying all Africans. I work in a place that is easily 1/3 African, so there are some Muslims, but the Christian missionaries really did a number on Africa. And if you want to know more about that, please go over to the African Atheist, Esther, who I would love for her to be a friend of the show, but it's like 4 a.m. So this is a little not conducive to her time. But yeah, she talks about that a lot.
Also, PSA, please excuse any explosions that you hear in the background. People are coming in and out of here because it is the beginning of our tourism season.
Oh, you're at work?
No.
Oh, I was like, God.
I live in a quote unquote condominium, but it's actually just apartments with fancy names.
Beautiful. So Caden Slinker asked, so if the moon is artificial, then how come its rocks are similar in structure to rocks from Earth? Because how come we can reliably date them to shortly after the Earth formed? You know what? I want to remind you guys, Caden is a theist. He's a Mormon, and he believes in science. So, the anti-theist out there.
Also, obviously, we never landed on the moon because of aliens.
Right. So it'll be interesting. It doesn't appear that, okay, so most of the people that believe in the soul catchers believe that the moon is hollow. But Dell is coming at this from a unique perspective. He's merging Nation of Islam mythology with the soul of the moon is a soul catcher mythology. So you're getting a twofer here. You're welcome. Yes, I'm a benevolent goddess. So it'll be interesting to see how he does that.
Guys,
stay tuned, Caden. We're all going to figure that out.
Right?
I mean, I'm wrong.
Just go. Come on.
So, with that being said, once that happened,
God, we are only 4 minutes.
It was happened due to the extraction of plutonium bombs.
Oh God, no.
Right?
No.
Plutonium bombs.
And now that you have, let me see.
Plutonium bombs.
No, anything he says about plutonium bombs, I'm not even going to engage with because we don't have time.
I have some complications here. Now, since the moon broke off, now it is known that the moon, better known by the ancients, called Sin, which is what the Babylonians called it. When you understand Babylonian mythology,
is that true? Was the moon known as Sin?
Known as Sin?
Yeah, he's saying that it's right here. It says that the moon was better. Yeah, it may not be.
The code. The code to the Matrix. I don't even know what the fuck he's reading.
Me neither. I don't even see that part. God damn.
At the top,
that.
Did he just open it? Did he tell us what he's reading?
I mean, probably not, but if he did, I still blame him,
Right. So the moon is known.
right?
Wait, can you? Oh, wait. Oh, I cannot
I
read.
can't. I don't know how to zoom in,
Yeah, no,
actually.
I don't know that it's necessarily possible. Oh, wait, I do have this handy transcript though. Um, Once that happened, you have it was happened due to the extraction of plutonium bombs, and now that I have complications here since the moon broke off. It is known. The moon, better known by the ancients, called Sin, which is what the Babylonians called what Babylonian mythology, Babylonia called the moon Sin. The Babylonians. Does anybody know how to speak Babylonian? Kip, can you speak
Kip, you're
Babylonian?
Kip, you're our only hope.
The Babylonians call the moon Sin because Sin is acclimated to the matrix, which is connected to material,
No,
which is
he's
the three-dimensional
right.
paradigm.
According to Google, Sin, Sin or Suen, Suen, also known as Nana, is the Mesopotamian god representing the moon. So it's Sin, Suen, but it's also known as Nana. It's the
Well,
Mesopotamian god representing the moon. Okay.
Kip can't speak Babylonian, which is apparently just Akkadian. So Kip is useless to us,
That's
Damn it, Kip.
galvanized by people
right?
Go
with
ahead.
places and possessions, right?
Right.
And it was placed in our solar system at one point in time. However, it was not originally here. Many indigenous tribes who are already known made contact with other constellations and maps did not include the moon in our solar system.
Wait, he said the tribes made contact with the
with constellations and maps, which is like totally brings you down from where you think that sentence is going. Like, you think they're going to be like the tribes made contact with the aliens, and it's like, no, they made contact with that doesn't make
constellations. And so like you want to think he's going with like oh, what's that constellation that's too young to have formed anything, but everybody wants to say that they're aliens.
the Pleiades.
Pleiades, yes, that.
Fucking nailed it. Okay.
You know, you want to think he's going there. I don't know
yeah.
if he's going there because he's talking about like he might be though. I don't know.
But,
like, holy shit. I mean, that's the only way I can think that. I mean, so today when people are talking about people, and the keys are coming out. I love you guys. That is right to do. Today when people are talking about people reaching out to constellations, they're always, did I say always? Because I fucking meant always talking about the Pleiades.
that's why I was able to pull it right out of my weasel ass.
I don't know if that's where he's going here. I think he's just stupid.
Well, I mean, I don't think he knows where my weasel ass is, so I hope he's not going there. Well, I may have misunderstood what you said. Sorry.
That's good.
Right. And then at a certain time in history, all of a sudden the moon begins to appear on astrological outlines.
Yo, people knew about the moon way before. Like, if you only know about two things in the sky, the second thing is the moon.
I want to say there's never been an animal, a Terranian animal that have, like, if they have eyes, they've seen the moon.
There's like a mole rat that has eyes, but they're like crusted over. But they still might be able to notice the moon, actually, because you don't need very many photons to figure that shit out. And if you do it every night, like
every night though,
like
you get like maybe 12 nights off a year.
It waxes and it wanes, and when it's bright out, it's bright, right?
I mean, it is. Yeah, like the moon is really fucking like if the moon if there's a new moon, it's really fucking noticeable. Like unless you're in the city.
Full moon.
No, a new moon.
New moon
like
is in.
Yeah, there's no moon. It's very noticeable that the moon is gone. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, fair. Yeah.
One should.
Sorry.
Sorry. My unfinished sock for $2 says, don't 86 magnets, like and share instead. Thank you, my unfinished sock.
We should absolutely 86 all magnets.
We should not. We should not. The chat would cry.
Okay. They may be fundamental to like a vast number of technologies, so that's also
Magnets
a good
are
reason
fundamental to fun.
I don't have words to describe my disappointment in that statement.
Should understand that the effects of the particular moon on this earth, the moon controls moods, which is connected to emotional energy and motion. Because you got this.
That probably is where the word emotion came from. Is it? That's like a weird.
Wait, are we what?
He said the word emotional energy, and then he's saying that energy is that the word emotional is energy and motion, which like probably not. But like that's how you say shitty ass people.
I don't know how to pronounce this in Latin. Emover?
YOLO it. That's what
I meaning move, or move through, especially emotion is movement. So you have out, move, excite. So it's out move. Emotion is out move.
I mean,
yeah, I mean it's move out, or move through.
Fair.
This thing called the reptilian net. The reptilian net is basically galvanized by the energy of fear, which is an artificial construct because fear is the opposite of love, and love is the only thing that that can basically combat the energy of the sleep spell of Leviathan or the sleep spell of Kingu.
Fear is the opposite of love.
No, I don't even know. I hate when people do this shit. Like hate is the opposite of love, or indifference is the opposite.
That would be
we
better.
just have emotions. We just have emotions, right? And you respond to stimuli. I don't like what is the opposite. I don't know. I don't think it's hopeful. I guess.
I think it's funny that like Tapioca goes, hate would be better, but in a way that's actually worse, because the person who hates you most, it's generally because they love you and they feel like they're not getting something back.
Yeah, you have to give a shit to want to hate something. You really do. And a lot of times that's why we see preachers that come out against the gay community having homosexual relationships themselves. It's like because they're passionate about this thing, or they think that it's a choice. I made the choice. You should have to too. And because you are not having to, it's you're projecting. So it's something that you do care passionately about. And if I don't have to do it, you shouldn't have to do it. But like, for me, I don't give a shit. I'm asexual. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, what happens? You get horny when you look at somebody's face. I don't understand, right? So like, if that's what happens, I guess, like, I don't care. It doesn't affect me.
I mean, like earlier in the stream, I was asked, are you an American? And it's like, yeah, unfortunately. But like, yeah, I would definitely characterize right now as I hate being an American. But the problem is I hate being an American because I want to love being an American, because I like living here. There's some cool places, like I've been to the Smokies. I've been to a lot of places.
Has
the Grand Canyon. It's like, have you been to the Grand Canyon?
Whoa, I don't know how any of whoa, can we rein this back in? No, but like no,
Like,
I get that. And
yeah.
yeah, no, I too am not very fond of my government, but I have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, so we're gonna hit the play button.
Okay.
Right. So now, hold on.
He lost
So
the
now, when you go back
plot.
to this publication, and yeah,
What
it controls
publication,
how,
Vidal?
We
What are
can't
we
even read it.
reading?
Yeah, we can't read it. It's too small. So
But
like,
like he's not even
should we
talking
skip
like
ahead?
and I appreciate him trying to bring facts into the equation. Because like what a lot of people do is just talking to a camera and there's no source, there's just like the whole thing is a trust me bro, so he's trying and I will give it to him.
That was interesting.
Yeah, he's trying to say, hey, this is my source, but I'm like, did we miss it? Did I miss it? Maybe it's just me. Does anybody know what the fuck he's reading?
No.
I couldn't see
I
anything
haven't
about
read
what
this.
he was reading. I did see that it said that the moon, it was apparently called Sin, which
Yeah, that is oh god, where did I put that?
that's cool.
I skipped ahead
Babylonian
to the
moon
next
god.
section.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sin.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sin is the Babylonian moon god. I guess they called it. You call the moon? I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that would make
Did they
sense
call
if
it Sign?
it could be Sign. I don't know, but he said Sin, so I'm going to go with that. He likes Sin.
Well,
Apparently.
I saw the word SIN. I was
Yeah.
just wondering if it was sine, cosine, and trigonometry, because
Um,
that is definitely of the devil.
Wikipedia
Absolutely
would
of the
probably
devil.
give me a.
It's probably something that the weasel does all the time, though.
Are they gonna? It looks. Oh God.
I mostly get by saying yeah that makes a lot of sense.
Acadian.
And you should
Kip
probably
say. Can Kip read Acadian?
Trigonometry,
no.
tapioca.
No, Kip can't read for trigonometry.
No, I'm asking tapioca if
Oh yeah,
tapioca
tapioca
does
can totally.
trigonometry.
It's that thing
That,
there in
that,
the chat. That is how you pronounce it.
I'm
those.
Or if you speak Sumerian, like this is how you pronounce it. So yeah, thanks Wikipedia.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like Ken
This
Hovind.
is
I'm here to help.
very letters. It is very letters. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
There's some facts for your ass. All right.
yeah.
All right, let's go.
by Norman Bergam.
I jumped forward. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yet.
Now, what you got to understand is that the Magneto Hydrodynamic Photon Veta simulation of reality is being controlled.
Why did I jump here? What? Oh, come on.
And is
It's
that the
like,
Magneto
Wind
Hydrodynamic
that.
Photon Veta simulation of reality is being controlled by the Rings of Saturn, which is produces holographic subatomic particles that is basically transmuted from Saturn to the moon, and it operates on the dark side of the moon, which is
Oh
a
wow.
supercomputer that controls everything in the three-dimensional level.
Oh,
So this,
okay. Wait.
Oh my God.
Stop. All right.
The man doesn't end his fucking sentences.
No,
That's my
never.
problem.
No, yeah, because like if you go back to the beginning, don't do this though. If you go back to like 11 at 11:15, he says Anu, who was an alien. Okay,
Oh.
I know. Yeah. Oh, you're not into Mesopotamian gods, are you? No. Is it? Oh God, primordial water demon. Anyways, God. They're totally gods. There's no such thing as demons. Anu, who was an alien, wasn't. It was basically manifested in the inception of the creation of the moon that we have in our solar system called Titan. God damn it, Titan. So
Damn it,
that
Titan.
tells you right there that the moon subjugates the woman. Titan. What did I tell you about subjugating women with the moon? Stop that now. You
What
got to
did
get
you
this
tell him?
book right here called, we got the name of the book, The Ring Makers of Saturn by
To be fair,
Norman
that is at the
Burgum.
top of the screen.
Okay. Nobody can read
Uh,
that. Like
Oh,
zero
that's fair.
people can read that. Anyways, it's called The
Wow,
Ring
people should learn
Makers
how to
of
read. God.
The Ring Makers of Saturn. And now what you got to understand is that the Magneto Hydrodynamic Photon,
Don't say it.
a better simulation of reality, is being controlled by the rings of Saturn. The Magneto Hydrodynamic Photon.
Listen, I just want everybody to know that the Magneto Hydrodynamic Photon simulation of reality is
being
totally
controlled.
amazing and the best thing ever.
Oh yeah,
Let
best
us
thing ever. It's
focus
being
more
controlled
on the Magneto
hydrodynamic photon.
I'm just watching
It
Cap
simulates
die right now
reality.
in the corner, and
It simulates reality, and it's
with
being
magnets.
controlled. Yeah, the Magneto. You guys need to write this down. The Magneto hydrodynamic photon. It simulates reality, and it is being controlled by the rings of Saturn. Like, if you take nothing else away from the stream, you should all remember that.
Maya, I swear to God, I am this close. I am this close. No, listen. We're at a level that we've never been at before. I am this close to like stopping sharing the screen, going and finding, because I have them in the other room. I have all of my homework from my physics classes in college, and I took a plasma and astrophysics class where we talked about magneto hydrodynamic instabilities. There is a word that you can put after magnetohydrodynamic and it would all be okay. And I can show you. I have numbers.
So if there's is magnetohydrodynamic what?
Instability.
All right.
The thing that I'm demonstrating right now at like an emotional level.
Does it control the? Is it controlled by the rings of Saturn?
It is not controlled by the goddamn rings of Saturn. That's not how it works. I will stop the stream and I will get my homework.
You can't stop the stream, then there would be dead air.
My instability is caused by my mother.
She's not on the screen right now. We gotta talk about this.
Oh, hold on, I gotta check my blood pressure. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Oh, come on, we're only 12 minutes into the show, into the stream.
This is why it says that the identification of extraterrestrial vehicles apparently possess an ancient historical presence in the solar system. So that means that everything is being controlled in an artificial simulation, basically.
How is that what that means?
So that tells you that now the person who wrote this book, Norman Burgum, right? We finna piece up all this information together because it all coincides to each other.
Oh, he's gonna explain. He's gonna make it make sense.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Wait. It all coincides.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Wait.
He's saying it's a coincidence.
But none of that was worth a key. That's fine. No, I'm not saying it should be.
I give all keys for the record. I'm not doing it in chat, but I hereby I give them. You know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna press
because a lot of people,
and I'm just gonna call them all of.
A lot of people when they look at this video of Norman Burgum, he's talking about 7 to 9 feet extraterrestrials getting off a spaceship on planet Saturn.
Is he?
You know, we have to get out of this childlike mind state by trying to attach ourselves to everything that's so-called black, because the blacks that he was.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't spend a lot of my time attaching myself to everything that's so-called black.
Oh yeah, no, I told you not to do that. I'm not your friend.
This is my point. You see this? Yeah. Justin's
Oh,
with me. I feel like just
Dr.
by
Kip has a bingo. Let's go.
I don't have
All
friends.
right, so now you have to go for a blackout, Dr. Kip.
What?
But don't attach yourself to anything black because apparently it's bad. What's he gonna? I don't know. Where are we
hold
going
on.
with
Does
this?
that apply to co-hosts?
So I find this a little interesting. I don't want to necessarily say the pot is calling the kettle black, but the guy who's going with the theory that is trying to make everything black.
Oh no, yeah, no. This isn't a Roger thing.
Attach.
This isn't a Roger thing. He's talking strictly about the color. It might be latent racism, but he's very pro-black on and you would know that by him spouting black racism.
I was just pointing out that he is telling us not to attach everything to a thing while he's attaching everything to a thing. And you know, I want him to reflect and take his words to heart.
No, that would involve introspection or like deep thought, and we can't do thought that's any more in depth than like red string on a whiteboard.
We have enough problems in this stream already without adding deep thought to it. Okay. Please let's not get into deep thought conspiracies.
Was talking about are actually Saturnians, and the Saturnians are black.
Man, dude, like every clause brings a whole new level of stupid.
Nobility, draconian archons that controls everything in the third dimension. So that's why I told you those are the ones that took the side of Enlil, who is a jealous god of the Bible. Because what you get to the inception of creation.
What the fuck? Enlil's not. I mean,
that controls everything in the third dimension.
I went back. I was
Wait, Enlil's not in the Bible. I mean,
so that's why I told you those are.
Dr. Kip, did I miss a thing? Now you could say that there are references to Enlil in the Bible, but like, is he actually? No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say there's not. Yeah, he's not actually in the Bible. But okay. But just for those of you who don't follow Dr. Kip, well, one, let me chastise you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go over and sub to Dr. Kip, who just hit 2,000 subs without you. Like, what the fuck? But what do you call it?
You are.
Two, the etymology of Enlil, a prominent figure in Sumerian and Akkadian mythology, is debated. Oh, I did not know that. But generally understood to mean Lord Wind or Lord of the Air. Oh, he's the air god. Okay, gotcha. And his name is composed of Sumerian words En, meaning Lord, and Lil, which can be interpreted as wind, ghost, or phantom. I am learning so much about the Bible just from this description of Enlil. Some scholars suggest that Lil may also be related to Semitic loanword, but it's more commonly understood in the context of wind and weather. All right. And Dr. Kip is adding me in the chat saying, you're batting 1,000 tonight. I would say that there are no allusions to Enlil in the Bible either. He's too old. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I am stupid. But you know what? I preface that by saying I know nothing. Unlike our friend here.
Hey, I know things.
The ones that took the side of Enlil, who is a jealous god of the Bible.
The side of inland. I like the captions.
Right, the captions are like, yeah, here, this works, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
when he was going Tiamat and Tia White the first time, it put TMI in all caps, and I thought that was a great summary.
Right.
Because when you get to the inception of creation, everything starts with black, but everything black is not acclimated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are all words.
Yeah, but
You know what? And this is like, he is perfect for that. Like, when people are like, yeah, there was all words. I don't know why you're putting them in that order. Normally, when people say that, you know what they're trying to say. And it's always a grift. And I'm not saying he's not, but like, he
I
is the
don't know what he's trying.
quintessential poster child of, yes, those are all English words. I don't know why you're putting them in that order, but you did the words.
I feel like I gotta put him up against Ken Wheeler for that.
Mm.
I feel like Ken Wheeler might be. I would probably pick Ken Wheeler above Vidal, but yeah, definitely a finalist.
What you're saying is we need to do like some ranked matches and pit them against each other.
Get an Elo ranking going.
Grifter battle, yeah.
Tier Zoo this.
Acclimated to it's not acclimated to a benevolent energy. It's not everything black is not positive, because a lot of these beings who are these archons, these draconian reptilians, right? They're actually black people, and these are the ones he's talking about. Your Luciferians,
the Archons are actually black people. This was called, by the way. Somebody called this in the chat.
This is new. Does he know that other people exist?
Like 95% sure it was Hollyhock.
What?
That called Archons as being black people, like for bingo. Anyway.
Okay.
Yahwehans,
yeah.
Your Saturnians, the black nobility, these Archons. These are all black people that he's actually talking about that put the planet in a state of subjugation, which thrown everything out of.
Yeah, the black people and how they put people in subjugation. Maya, what did you do to my family?
Oh, right. So, okay, see what had happened was, your family, so Yakub created your family and they were wilding out. They were sleeping with jackals and trying to start wars. It was insane. So those bitches had to go.
All right. I mean, I feel like, you know what that means, Maya? I feel like you owe me something. I feel like you might owe me reparations.
No, like, look, enslaved my grandfather.
No. You just gave a narrative completely incongruent with your current assertions, Maya.
No, I did not. You're talking too much, though. Look. You actually did enslave my family, and we built your house, and your wealth came off our backs. So you're welcome. You got your reparations. Where's mine?
I refuse to act as though I did not have the upper hand earlier in that discussion, and you completely changed all the rules. I was doing such a good job. I'm moving on.
Because they came to this planet for a soul harvesting aspect.
She beat you with that.
I'm white. I always can flip over the chessboard.
Right?
Literally, okay, the number of times that I've unpaused and he has said a perfectly timed right, it's like 8 at this point.
This whole planet is being used as an experimentation process to harvest souls for the perpetual state of reincarnation, so the dark energy of the black nobility can live out an experience in the 3-dimensional paradigm, because they don't have access to galactic travel.
He totally made up that sentence. I mean, he makes up all of them, but like that one, it was really obvious. The 3-dimensional paradigm, because they don't have access to galactic travel, is absolutely the sort of low-effort dribble that you come out with when you are trying to just say words fast. I don't know why I like...
What just happened? I don't even know...
This is my point.
I don't even know what to do with that.
I know what to do with it, Maya. Hold on. Ignore the thing at the bottom here.
Nothing. Yeah, just...
I mean,
nothing.
Also
with a frowny face inside the O.
Trash cans. It's called round file. Have you heard of round filing? Round filing is amazing. You take this thing called a trash can and you throw it in there.
All right.
It sounds like a kinky sex move.
I like kinky sex.
Right?
You're asexual. You just said that earlier.
Asexual means you're not attracted to people. It doesn't mean you don't have sex or that you don't have sex parts.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait.
Sorry.
They are the fallen.
I mean,
or
yeah,
your
she has children.
Yeah, I have 2 of them.
personification of
Because,
the
you
200.
know, we were raised in a society where you were supposed to do things, and this is what the people do. And, you know,
Also,
Not me. Not for the
Also-
last 68 years, Maya.
the version.
yeah,
where
you're a
you
loser. We get it.
The version where you really don't like sex is called sex repulsed. It's different.
Fallen angels in your so-called Bible. I'm gonna play the video.
Hey, we fucking love the Bible.
But anyway, there are one laser that shows black people getting
The people with dark skin getting off.
dark black,
Black skin.
really black.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall. How tall? You know.
Well, they got up the doorway. I don't know why that is.
Well, what?
But they say 7 feet would be probably deserving this.
Okay.
Next is
A
a clip.
conservative investment on how tall they were and something about blacks getting off.
So they were talking about apparently there were really tall black people, and she was like, "How tall?" And his answer eventually was 7 feet tall. At least that's conservative.
With a
So-
conservative investment.
A conservative investment.
No,
I
he
mean,
said
estimate.
investment.
Yeah.
Investment.
Well,
no.
yes. I mean, fair enough, but you know, he probably doesn't know how to use his words. So
I
there's
I
that.
just wanted
Look,
I don't.
Words
to
are
be
hard when
clear.
you're making shit up, all right?
Right?
I wanted it to be clear
or when you're
the level
chemically prepared.
we
for the
were
show.
working at. You know, also when somebody tells me the black people were getting off and starts asking how tall they are, I think we're getting into some weird sex thing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm curious, but this isn't the place. This is not the place.
Well, I mean, fine. Just twist the knife harder. Thank you.
Preston Nichols.
So that's how you know. Like I said,
But anyway,
you can't attach yourself to anything black because these are the archons that control our reality in the higher dimensions, and they also control it from the dark side of the moon, right? Which is a hollow center. It's a hollow center.
The Death Star is hollow. There you go.
He said the moon, Maya. Okay, the Death Star.
The moon is the Death Star.
Yeah, we covered this.
The moon's way bigger than the Death Star.
You already said that's no moon, that's a space station. We have made
Well,
this.
yeah, I said that's no moon does not mean that is not a statement about the Earth's moon, Luna, being the Death Star. Okay, because when they said that, they weren't in orbit around Earth. They were in orbit around Aldebaran.
Well, anyway, left-handed Jedi paid to have Maya say words.
Yeah. I know words. I memorized a lot of them.
Me to say words.
Would you like to say the words?
You say the words. No, you should say the words because
You say them so
I
frequently.
mean, I kind of thought that I kind of thought he was paying because he wanted to hear Maya say the words.
Weasels apparently are a proud people.
you add an extra word, redo it.
So I don't know. I'm going to need you to pay up to have me redo it. But thank you, Jedi. You are.
Reparations.
We are very proud to
Weasels
have
are
you.
a proud people.
See, you do it so much better than I.
Very, very
I
proud.
care.
Not very
And,
intelligent, but
you know.
where else am I going to get followers?
Jedi, we are so proud to have you among the people. Thank you.
Oh, also, I believe that we have settled this now, and I wanted to make this declaration, seeing as America has become the largest bastion of fools in the world. I am proud to be your god, and do better, America. Do better.
Yeah.
It-
We can. It just takes some of us speaking out against the fuckery.
I'm just saying, it's the largest bastion of fools. Therefore, I am now the god of America.
Saturn and its rings are also, this is like 10 minutes ago, but Saturn is in the Bible. Did I miss something? Did I miss a Bible beating?
Yes, tell us, Jester. Tell us.
I'm sorry, hit the like button. And the play button. Goddamn.
Uses energy, frequency,
I was already doing
and vibration of humans on the planet. Right?
Right.
Now back to the publications.
Thank God.
So
it's not going to help you.
Caden, all of us are totally lost. Like, my mom has tried to watch this show like multiple times, and she's been like, I have no idea what's happening. And I'm like, that's very helpful advice. Thank you, Mom. I will try and like be more clear. But like also that's a little bit like kind of the point. None of us know what's happening. There is no through line to these people's also,
Well, yeah, and the thing also like so there are a lot of people that do shit like he does where they just speak with their whole chest and people just like, oh, well, he says it so authoritatively. It must be something that I'm not getting. And part of why we do all of this is like, no, they're confidently fooling
fucking
you.
wrong.
Yeah. And like you should not like we bring on people who understand the fuckery and try to break it down in a science friendly way. But yeah, it's if you're trying to understand what the person is talking about, it's good that you don't. It's actually good that you don't because again, Doc, what are they saying?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, I gotta be honest. One of the things that I love so much about this show is that when we take all of the featured creators, not the guests, but just the featured creators, and then we grade them and ourselves on a curve, I get to be as intelligent as Dr. Kip Davis. And that feels pretty cool,
It does. Good feeling to like, yeah, I feel pretty fancy today.
By the way, if it like so I was proposing to Kip yesterday, and Maya's probably gonna cut me off and make me disappear. But about like
proposing to
forcing
Dr.
him to
Kip?
respond to like physics topics that he has no idea about, just like I have to respond to Dead Sea Scroll topics that I have no idea about. And he was like, so you want me to like do a stream where I just respond to things that I don't know anything about? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, where would this happen? On your channel? On mine? I'm like, no. Oh, you want me to host it on my? Yes, Kip. I want you to host on your. But he didn't. He didn't do
yeah,
it.
that would not make a whole lot of sense. All right, so
It would have been
Andy
hilarious.
was married. You
okay,
can't
so
propose.
what Andy is saying is that he was very drunk last night. I will tell you
So was
what,
Kip.
we will
And
do
made
something
mistakes.
that is not Dead Sea Scrolls the next time he comes on, so that you feel. I understand that white men like to feel useful, so we will do something that melds your combined interest, so that you both feel useful, and that I don't have to go through this anymore. Because as a Black woman, I am used to being told that, my opinion is nothing. And I just sit back in the background and make shit happen, which is what we do, which is why we're the most educated group in America. And, people need to say that a little more often. I'm going to start bringing that up.
Now, the people here that he was basically talking about, when you go to the Holy Tablets, the inception of creation.
I love how it says the Holy Taverns and not tablets.
The Holy Tavern.
The Satanists.
Right?
Like, we're going to get the holy beer.
It's like, okay, you all meet in a holy tavern, roll for initiative.
Right.
Of creation.
Yeah?
Wait, Kip, let me Steelman and, I don't know about Steelman, but let me try and help carry this great opportunity that the Weasel is handing you and try and get you to make it a thing. The Weasel, when he shows up, does not ask you to do sobriety tests.
That is fair. We will never. Instead,
so if you host this with Vandy, he will continue to not make you do sobriety tests.
That is true.
Yeah.
However, you have no guarantee that will change as to whether or not that will change if you don't do this.
However, no, I was
show with them.
Sorry.
Yep. That's my argument for this show.
Great argument. However, have you ever seen Dr. Kip do a sobriety test? It's fucking hilarious.
I was there when I was there.
I haven't. For the record, I actually haven't seen that.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I interact with Dr. Kip because I fucking love the man. Like, he fucking loves the Bible. Okay,
whatever.
Fuck up a sobriety test.
God.
Never mind. Don't do the show. He is a fake fan.
Girl!
The Satanists seek mind control, dominance, right?
I seek mind control dominance.
Luciferians seek control the energy of humans on the planet, which is described as vampires who draw energy from others, who are called Dracula, Dracos, Dragos, Draconian Reptilian, right? Saturnians, the people that he was talking about in the video. Those.
Wait, what video are we reading now? The L?
It's too small. He doesn't zoom in. Like, even I know that if I'm going to show text on the screen, it needs to be better than this.
It's something, the creation.
And I don't know.
And we have tablet 2.6 and 2. Is it 2.23 to 2. No, that can't be right. 2.03 to 2.16? I don't know. Tablet 2 to tablet 2. But L is a clag? I don't know what the fuck he's reading. Which is problematic.
I'm loving the unfolding drama in the chat now. The selfish dinosaur. Vandy doesn't watch any of Kip Davis's content.
Oh yeah, no.
Guys, there's a ton of drama and tea totally happening in the chat right now. It's delicious.
Okay. It's L Istaclag. Translate to God. Google wants me to read shit, and I'm like a second glass of wine and some shit. All right, everybody stop typing. God damn it!
Those are the beings that he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the benevolent
typing. What's going on in chat now?
You're basically talking about.
What happened in the chat?
Do you want me to keep playing it or stop playing it? I don't know.
Oh, hey, BTF Wayne is back. Welcome, friend. The dark side of the moon stuff. I love the glass buildings conspiracy. No, Wayne, listen to me. You have a soul, and on the dark side of the moon is the soul regurgitator generator issuer.
Are you under? Do you understand how a belt works? This is apparently what's going on. There's a belt around the Earth and around the fake moon. That
Oh yeah,
there's
the
a
moon is fake. It's a
motor
satellite.
thing on the opposite side of the moon that pulls the belt around, and I think it whips us all or something.
No,
It's
no,
totally
it's a
not a
soul
weird sex
regenerator.
thing.
It's you know what?
It,
I'm gonna have to find it. You're not doing it right. Anyways, he's reading from El Istaklag, which translates to seeking or desiring in Hebrew. It's a term used in Judaism and other religious texts to describe the process of seeking God, sorry, or a divine presence, often through prayer or meditation. Um,
I'm
I
basically
don't know anything about this. I was today years old when I heard about it, but there you go. That's what he's reading from. And
I
sure it
mhm,
is. Yep.
I have a
That
thing that somebody in chat has asked me to say, and it's a good point, and I haven't brought it up already.
okay.
The when we talk about the dark side of the moon, it is more properly called the far side of the moon. It
Oh,
is,
right. Yeah. But
yeah,
because
yeah, I,
because the
well,
moon is
yes,
tidally locked with the earth. So it's dark because it's unknown, just like dark
yeah,
energy or dark matter. It's not,
yeah,
you
totally.
know, yeah, black. It's just unknown
It
to us.
during a new moon, the far side of the moon is completely illuminated. During a full moon, it is completely dark.
Yeah.
And when we,
However,
yeah, so
it is unknown as to whether Bedell understands that or not.
true, but I do appreciate that point,
Oh yeah,
Victoria.
clarity for people that may be watching this in the future, because I'm pretty
I
sure nobody in this chat needed to know that.
Oh well,
I don't know that Vidal
Omnivore.
understands
Wait,
anything.
next you're going to tell me the heat death of the universe will be very cold.
Yes, yes, it will, Omni. It will be very, very cold.
God,
Like temperature won't even really be a useful concept, actually. Like for the most part. So
everything will be zero.
everything's gonna be all right.
No, everything's gonna be zero.
Fair.
Your positive Anunnaki, your agreeable Anunnaki. He wasn't talking about those. He was talking about the disagreeable ones who fell from grace, the 200 fallen angels who control everything from the dark side of the moon, right?
Wait,
Right.
wait. If they're
Right.
fallen, why are they
Well, it's
way
the
up on
Milky
the moon?
Way.
Right.
Okay, shouldn't they
Right.
be down here?
I mean, fucking
Jester, look, you got to stop thinking it through, right?
right.
But then
So now,
how will I contribute?
Fucking better.
I'm gonna have to get back to that because it's gonna line up with everything that I'm saying.
He's like, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna have to get back to that. We'll circle back around when I figure out where the fuck my thought process was going. The story of my life.
ADHD moment. Gotta love it.
ADHD.
The more you... Oh, look, a squirrel.
Hit the like God, I keep saying hit the like button. Hit
So
the play
now,
button.
now when you get to this illustration right here, now
You can move
it's imperative
forward
that you
a
understand.
little bit.
Everybody hit the like button so that Maya has to come back and do this again and again and again and again.
So we got this guy, and then
She
he
loves her.
zooms in on this guy, and then it's like this dude talking, which is very small, so the audience won't be able to fucking see it. And now we have this,
Wanted
which
to.
there's a Star of David, so
What's the cross with the like swoop making it a letter H?
That's an H bar, okay? It's the quantum mechanical like constant. It's Planck's constant divided by 2 pi because
Oh,
it's
oh,
generally more useful when it's divided by 2 pi.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
You can
sorry.
tell me more about
Sorry,
it later
sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean
sometime.
to
I just,
jump down your throat.
yeah, no,
The weasel. I put a thing in the chat just now. Not the chat. Our DMs.
Yeah,
With the Y files. They
got
kind
it.
of so that people can understand what
The
I'm
soul
talking
can
about. Yeah, with the soul. So yeah, you can just let it play from here. It's going to show you the soul catchers.
Okay.
Information about the cube-shaped soul catcher on the moon.
the soul catcher is I think is the 6 mile high tower in the middle of Sinus Medai, right in the middle of the center of the moon as you look at the moon. And the famous photo that Richard found, Lunar Orbiter 384M, shows that huge tower. And he also has 2 other
Yeah.
on the
photographs.
outside of the moon.
Stop there.
Is
Do you have you seen this before?
I have not. I've never. I don't believe I've ever seen this photo before in like a conspiracy video, which I find a little bit surprising, unless this is just like totally fake. Like, because that little blotch, it could be real. That could really be in an image. And it wouldn't. I would not think it was a magical like wizard's tower on the moon. Okay, but it also looks like it could have been added by somebody dishonestly. So
I
I
think
don't.
Kip is right. I think that it's the Stanley Cup.
Upside down though, maybe.
Well, it's not necessarily upside down, from the perspective of the flat Earth,
Pretty. I spend way more time than is healthy, according to 6 different neurologists I've talked to, and that it's definitely upside down.
Okay, let's go. You two
that show that tower. I think that tower is what I call the soul catcher. When you die, your soul goes to the soul catcher.
But the moon isn't the only place.
Speed this up a little bit because they're not as no. Yeah, just the playback speed. Thank you. No, that's fine.
These soul catchers exist.
There are several soul transmission stations, both on Earth and on the moon, and depending on where you're going in your next lifetime, is which transmission station takes over.
Did you see those little spaceships?
Yep. We got this guy.
Yeah, there's a couple.
This guy.
Stations.
And you can see them floating along. So they are carrying the souls from one station to the other. Just wanted to make sure everybody was looking at that.
Yeah.
Wait.
They look like pieces of rice.
That's not a nipple?
No, the soul catcher transporters.
I mean,
also, if anything, it would be an areola.
Takes over.
That's true.
When you couple John Lear's belief in the soul catcher with David Icke's theory that we're stuck in an endless loop of
Yeah, David Icke. That's how we get the reptilians. David Icke shows up.
Guy, by the way, and his conversation with his
fish,
sapient fish
incarnation, an unsettling reality emerges that our only purpose is to serve as food for our alien jailers.
Yeah.
And what's even more upsetting is that negative emotions are really what they crave. Yeah. Supporters of the reptilian humanoid theory.
Stop here.
They're like dementors.
So we're gonna go back to Bidel's video now.
All right.
Because I wanted people to kind of see what he's trying to talk about. Because again, Bidel is stupid. Let's go back to was it 1545? I think I said to move it, but here he's really talking about
please, no. Don't come eat my negative emotions, leaving me only with good ones. Please don't. Don't do it, Daddy. No.
Yeah. So I do like and again I know John was upset the last time we did Y files, but I actually am using Y files this time to show like a good concise clarification really of what Bidel is trying to say. So yeah, we are 1540. Yeah, this is great. Tap and
Now back to the publications. So now the people here that he was basically talking about, when you go to the Holy Tablets, the conception of creation, the Satanists seek mind control, dominance, right? And the Luciferians seek control the energy of humans on the planet, which is described as vampires who draw energy from others, who are called Dracula, Dracos, Dragos, Draconian reptilian, right? Saturnian.
okay. So, and this is what he's talking about, right? I say right. He's got me saying right.
No,
All right.
constantly.
So that's what he's talking about, like how they
here
like
for it.
remember they take the negative energy, like this. I'm
Yeah,
trying to make it make more sense.
They're energy vampires. Like that. Okay,
Yes.
what's that show? My brother showed me the show. It's about like vampires of different types, and it's like a comedy where they're all incompetent. And one of them is an energy vampire who just like works in a cubicle thing, and he just like constantly talks to people and is really draining and annoying by like being like, my cat got sick, and I want to tell you all about how my cat like kept me up last night and everything. And they're an energy vampire, right?
So yeah, Dr.
right?
Kip asked, so Luciferians are different from Satanists?
Maybe.
They
Okay. I
probably
mean,
are
okay,
now.
there
Maybe.
again, he doesn't live in our universe. I mean,
Neither
that
does
is the
Lucifer
best way for
or
me to
Satan.
like explain. I don't know. It's like trying to explain, like he's just talking. He actually believes we live in like the Spider-Man MCU, except Yakub.
You know,
Which
I'd
is
also like to
dumber.
take this time to tell the woo paddlers that while you're working on the other concept, I forgot what the concept branding. While you're working on branding, listen, if you just like create a story with these elements and you write it, you can sell this shit called merchandise. And, you know, you can ask this guy, George Lucas, about merchandising, and he will tell you that that's where the money's at.
Bedell gets money from this. People pay him to say this shit.
Yeah,
But
you
is
can
he
get more
making
money.
George Lucas money?
No. Oh God, no.
Like
He lives in his mom.
Okay.
Do you not see his bedroom?
I
Yeah,
fucking love his
I'm
bedroom. In
just-
fact, this show is the longest I've gone without like explicitly complimenting his bedroom. So,
It's his mama's
What-
basement. Whatever.
okay. Yeah,
it's well
probably.
decorated.
I'm just saying, like, you know, if you just, instead of peddling someone else's woo, work to create your own story and write a book
Oh no, we can't.
or create a movie, people
But
will pay you.
he is speaking truth.
And right, truth.
Right.
Right.
A copyright logo at the end, registered trademark.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah. Truth. You get it. Play button.
The people that he was talking about in the video, those are the beings that he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the benevolent beings who you're basically talking about your positive Anunnaki, your agreeable Anunnaki. He wasn't talking about those. He was talking about the disagreeable ones who fell from grace, the 200 fallen angels who control everything from the dark side of the moon, right?
No.
So now,
yeah, no, I'm lost. So yesterday,
this is what my mom said, Maya.
She was not watching Bedell, so
no, she was. I think we're watching Roger. Frankly, much more
tomato.
But
so like part of me like wants to like help him steal man, and I'm like, well, is he talking about like the fallen angels, the fell from sky? And he's not. He's I don't know. There's some part of the mythology that I haven't gotten to, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So I'm sorry, I can't help you here, chat.
I lagged out and have no idea what's going on anymore.
Story of my fucking life. Professionally.
I'm
I
about to get
may
back
or
to
may
that.
not exist at this point. That's all I know.
Are you Schrodinger's Jester?
I think I'm Schrodinger's Jester right now because like the words keep getting said and they mean
No, dude, this video, look what Maya did to us, okay? We're not doing it because, you know, the UN has treaties. But this video is 48 minutes and 22 seconds long.
Yeah, I know. And you two keep like ADHDing out on me. We're only 15 minutes in.
Sounds like a personal problem, Maya.
Yeah, yours. Like the goddamn play button.
Gonna line up.
I'm starting to suspect that these words are supposed to mean something.
That jury's out on that.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't say they mean something. I said I think they are supposed to mean something.
That doesn't change my answer.
Thing I'm saying.
I don't know if they are.
So now
that's fair.
Now, when you get to this illustration right here,
I mean, dude,
please
like,
no.
look at what he's
illustration.
got in the background. Come on.
Now, it's imperative that you understand that Credo Mutwa
This is an illustration.
Is a Zulu shaman. He was the highest priest on the land before he died.
This is 4 pictures. Wait, one of them is an illustration. Or no, 2 of them are illustrations. One of them is a picture of an illustration.
But
not the kind of illustration that I thought he meant.
Imperative that you understand.
Explain it to us, oh wise one.
He's about to.
No, he's not, Maya. You know he's not.
He just said it's imperative that you understand. And then you stopped him like it was not imperative.
You know, you just want
fair play.
You know what I'm saying? He has a lot more spiritual rank than the Pope and that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I didn't hear anything Jester said.
Maya is incredible at figuring out people's personalities and finding videos to torture them with.
Yeah. Thank you.
She is truly knows what she's doing.
Dude,
he flatters
this entire series I take as exactly that, but directed at me personally every week.
No, it's always about him.
You chose this.
I didn't. I actually. But it just
no.
Kind of finagled me into it.
He wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So
to be on her show.
I get it. Yeah. No.
Times.
Well. No. This is our show. It's my channel, but this is our show. And So okay. So what happened was, he was maybe a little tipsy last night. And so I get a DM from another streamer like, hey, check your weasels. And so then I'm like, Tap, what you doing? He's like, I'm trying to get somebody to stream with me. That's not going to happen. You're really drunk.
I was very clear from the outset that the stream was not going to happen last night. It was going to happen today. Anyway, sorry.
And so I was just like, hey, since you're really drunk, I wouldn't want you to watch this sober. What do you think?
Hold on.
And so this kept him busy. And then when he was done watching it, he passed the fuck out. And so it was like a win-win-win.
There are parts of that timing that I can quibble with. But I won't.
You were looking for someone to stream with? Oh, right. You have to go on their channel.
I was not looking for anybody to stream with last night. I was not going to stream last night. I have receipts on this.
Okay. I'm not talking about last night. I'm saying you were looking for someone to stream with, and you never thought of your dear friend Jester.
Like, in
I don't
fairness,
have a
you're
DM.
really hard to get a hold of. I'm just
Me?
yeah. Look,
Uh,
I message you and I'm like, you're still coming on today, right? And then like 6 hours later, it's like, wow, I thought I was gonna have to do this by myself,
uh,
which I was totally willing to do. Well, say myself, like,
What am I, chopped liver?
you know,
Oh,
but
so last week, was
Hold
that
on.
by yourself?
yeah,
hold on. How
Oh,
many times have I said I work late?
dagger in the heart, chat.
I got
What?
off of work
Oh,
at
you got off.
4
That is
Oh,
so
God.
cool.
a.m.
Tap, when's the last time you got off?
It's
Uh,
been, and I've been waiting for this one for a long time. It has been a horrifically not nice 69 years. That's how long
Yeah.
it's been, chat.
At least you got off, Chester.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got out of work at like 4 a.m. So when you messaged me, I was asleep, and then I got up and I did things that one does as they wake up.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
I'm like, you're not gonna go there.
Yeah. So I thank you, or sorry, you're welcome for not messaging you.
Well, you know what? The next time he is drunk and looking for someone to stream with, his one of his alt channels is able to go live, and I will throw him right at you.
Okay.
It can. Felony Ferret can go live.
I'm just
It's
saying, like,
true.
messaging me at night is a lot easier to get a hold of me, and I generally respond to direct messages from people.
That is awesome. I will keep
So,
that in
you
mind
know,
because you have no idea what I go through sometimes.
uh, yep, I'm
Chester, who are you? Where are you? And what do you have coming up, if ever?
well, I don't have anything scheduled currently. I've been going live a lot on Mondays, on the Kentucky Atheists channel, and recently Vic Litt's channel. Both of them are doing Monday things now.
Hmm.
There's Triple J, which is Joe, Jess, and Jester, that is finding its footing, but we're all terribly hard to schedule with on, like,
Do you have something going on tomorrow?
uh, not. I need to get with Joe. I haven't seen him, and
Okay.
like the last 4 days, I have been so busy with work
Same.
because our region has a wonderful thing called Bike Week, uh,
Oh.
and everybody and their mothers wants a pizza. Yep.
I love this. He's like, you said, somebody's like, you said you have got laid in 69 years. And then immediately after, Omnivore is like, I am here.
They are
Okay.
before.
You're right. On
They
my
will
screen,
tell
that
you.
is also in that order. You're correct.
They could be willing to for you.
Omnivore was responding to my question. I'm so sorry that I set you up for that, Omnivore. Was responding to my question earlier where I added him and said, "Are you still like in the chat?" Because I was gonna be like, "Yo, if you wanna like just like make a hot mess on YouTube and like stream with a felony ferret, yeah, there we go."
No, that was great timing. Thanks. Well, I really should thank Sumami, I guess, because that was perfect timing. Thank you. Tap, do you have anything coming up this week or ever?
I have my eternal effort to defeat my arch nemesis, although I'm sure he doesn't even realize it. Kyle Hill.
Okay.
in the
Oh,
everlasting battle for Sumani's hand in marriage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, she would like that.
Kyle wins.
Sorry, honey. No, I was joking. Ignore
Kyle
ignore
wins.
BPH. Kyle Hill.
Yeah, Kyle Hill wins, hands down.
Rude.
I think Tsunami will 1,000% agree with me.
He doesn't even have a PhD. Okay, just because he like met the president.
He's
Like a cool president.
he's
not
mini
the shitty
Thor.
one.
He's mini Thor.
He's so hot. Oh my god, he's so hot. The man.
Oh, God.
He's
Are
mini
we-
Thor. And he deals with nuke.
Oh,
Nuke
rude,
planet.
Kip Davis. I totally could have something on your channel.
You play
You're
with
like,
lasers,
no.
which is things guys like. He plays with nuclear energy, and that powers her devices that she plays The Sims on.
Fair.
I love it. I love it. All right. So tomorrow, God, there's been a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and I don't know. I think it jumped off Thursday. Bob Price is back in the community, and the a lot of stuff has been going on. I'm not really going to get into it right now, but I know there's a lot of people that are feeling you didn't have to do that though. Um,
Sorry.
Depressed and hurt, betrayed, and I just want to kind of address that. I want to. There's also a lot of people who don't understand why Bob Price was originally asked to leave the community, and I kind of want to show the conversation that we had to where I thought that Jay and Chrissy did a lot to try to turn him around, and um, he was pretty much non-responsive. Um, I am not like looking for anyone to be canceled per se, but I think that it's important to know who, like, if somebody is going to be in front of us, and I've said this to other streamers, where people trust you. And when you bring somebody into the community, they take that they trust that you've properly vetted them, and the information that they are bringing to you is at least to your level of standards, or the level that you've put forth into the community. So if there's something that's like weird, or that the community that you think that the community would not appreciate. So for instance, whenever I have someone come on that is a believer of anything, so we've had Christians come on. I think Jillian's been on, and I believe she is, oh God, pagan. And
Pagan is cool.
yeah, pagan. No, I'm not an anti-theist, so I don't mind having science believers on, regardless of faith. I think that it's omnivore has been on, and I don't like. I personally I don't care, but I know that there's a lot of people who do care. So when I'm going to bring somebody into the community, knowing that there are people in my community who do care, and that I want them to know, if they feel that having a believer on is going to influence their behavior, or if they just want to opt out of the stream, I want to give them all that information. If they think that having Dr. Parks on to talk about, he's an astronomer, if they believe that his Christian faith is going to unfairly bias his astronomy, I just want to be upfront about it, right? And the thing with Derek and Bob Price, I believe that Bob Price's okay, we're in America, and there's not like left or right in America. There are lies, just out lies and fascism, and there's the Democrats who do
We
what they
promise
do.
to do something one day eventually about all
Right.
the fascism.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not going to say the big.
Way.
I'm not going to. I'm not holding water for the Democrats at all. I am not a Democrat. I'm a registered
Pinky
independent,
swear.
but it's not the the right doesn't stand on anything. Like there's no facts to back it up. So if you present yourself as a researcher with American conservative politics, I think that says something about your credibility. And I want if people want to follow Bob Price, that's fine, but I want you to go in with your eyes open. Um, and since Derek's not going to do it, I guess I'm going to have to be man enough to. And
A
that's going to
researcher
happen.
with what?
It's going to happen tomorrow. Jay, Pocket Locker 86, and I will be simul streaming. So you'll see it 8 o'clock Eastern on both of my channel and his. So, please come through. I know that Jay is not his, what do you call it? His university is not renewing his contract. And so if you want to come through, I appreciate the views, but if you want to spend money, I would prefer that it goes to him. I'll reiterate all of this tomorrow. But, we do appreciate the support, and I want to let the team know I'm not trying to cancel anybody. I'm really doing this for the community, just because I believe that scholars should be presented. But I think that there's just things that the community should know about people who are presenting themselves as authority figures. And I'm, again, not trying to get anybody canceled. I'm just trying to give the community information so that they can make
Make
decisions about who they want to
informed
watch.
choices.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people, when you know that people would make a different choice if they knew all the facts and you intentionally hold the facts, I think that's wrong. And I think it's kind of grifty.
I mean, I hear. Say it again. Researcher with what?
Conservative views.
I hear bought and sold. That's what I hear. Bought and sold.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get into all the details here. I just
I know.
want to give the facts to the community, and I want to let you guys make the decision on your own. I'm not going to unfriend anyone who, says, you know what, I'm totally okay if this guy who believes that, all protesters are, what do you call it, rioters and they should be shot down. I'm not going to, or this person that says that, trans people are delusional and, they don't know what they really believe. I know their internal workings better than they do themselves. Like, I mean, if that's the person that you want to follow, that's your thing. But I just want to give you the information so that you can make that decision, because I would want it if it were me. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, come through tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. Guys, do you have anything to say before we go?
I don't think so.
Oh, and I think, did I find something? Oh man, I did. I wanted to start going out, and I wrote this down, and then I forgot because I knew I would forget about it, especially going after all that. Yeah. All right. My new thing, my thing used to be vote and bring a friend, and we'll get back to that. But right now, I want to say, be true to who you are, not who you were told to be.